Hey, what's going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life and the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Happy Saturday to you. So excited to be able to do a drive time video for you guys tonight. A late night, it's just about to get a little dark on the roads here. But I wanted to share because I just think there's really outstanding news going on in the digital asset space today. Again, just quickly, Bitcoin is still kind of doing that thing between 48, 49, maybe even 47,000 and 49,000. So, you know, the plans for the Crypto Siege Zone, we're still planning on that. We'll see if we get the below the 40,000 BTC. We'll see. You know, we'll see if it's going to break out. I'm planning on that. And we'll see if we get that below 40 cent XRP. Don't know if we will, but planning on that. Depends on what Bitcoin does ultimately. But I gotta tell you, this news from Stuart Alderati in reference to these lawsuits and you know, John Deaton's thing as well, lawsuit is really massive, and I think it's really interesting that Stuart Alderati in his tweets is pointing to the lawsuit that John Deaton has with the SEC. It's only allegations? What? It's only allegations. This is coming out of the SEC. That, my friends, I don't know, but that's very, very interesting. That's what the SEC said in response to John Deaton's letter. The SEC is saying, you know, our thing with Ripple is just allegations. It's just something that we're alleging. It's up to the courts to decide. Like, wow. I don't know. Pretty massive, guys. I hope you guys have having an absolutely great Saturday today. We were out of town for the last few days. I think I mentioned it on my live stream. That's why we weren't able to get any live streams in. But yeah, I'll be able to get some done tomorrow for sure. But listen, again, this lawsuit is looking more and more like, you know, we said from the beginning that both the SEC and Ripple is going to want this thing to be over sooner rather than later. Do I find it odd that Gary Gensler hasn't actually got the blessing on the confirmation? I think I would find it odd if it doesn't happen in this coming week, right? So Monday through Friday, if we don't hear a word, then I would find that to be a little odd, right? Because this dude was supposed to be, you know, I mean, just put it down, just, you know, just book it, right? This dude was supposed to be just getting the blessing, and that was just going to be it. So we'll see. I'll see if this doesn't happen this week. You know, maybe that's I don't want to say cause for concern, right? Because we're not trying to get the spot, but it would be interesting to kind of note that he hadn't got the confirmation yet. I'm not sure if it normally would take this long, but we'll see. Maybe it does. But I'm going to be watching for it next week to see if he gets the nod. But you know, the fact that both Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson filed these motions to dismiss their end of this lawsuit, I think is significant. I do absolutely love what Jeremy Hogan is doing from Legal Brief. Shout out to that dude for kind of giving us his perspective and kind of pointing out for us from, you know, to us laymen, kind of the legalese, if you will, of what's going on. So, and his perspective, which I think is great, but he was feeling kind of bullish, you know, after the both Larson and Garlinghouse filed their motions to dismiss because of the two or three things that he mentioned. But I think the one in particular was, I believe, was maybe two, but I believe it was, you know, the SEC actually being out of bounds or out of jurisdiction, or right, in terms of dealing with this particular issue because of, you know, vast majority of these transactions being out of the states. And how do they know if anything that Brad or Chris did was actually in the states, right? So that jurisdiction thing, again, I think is really huge. But he was also saying that the fact that they're bringing up that, look, United States government entities, right? And this is something we said on the channel. United States government entities are saying a completely different thing than what you are saying, Mr. and Mrs. SEC. And again, I still believe you throw in this infighting. I don't think that's going unnoticed by Ripple and their team, but you throw in the infighting. I read the article with Hester Peirce and how she was really speaking some really tough things on the part of the SEC and things that they should not be doing and how things should be handled differently. She's a commissioner, right? So I remember someone saying, where's Hester Peirce? Yeah, definitely. I forget who it was. I know it was a good YouTuber asking, like, where is she? And a lot of us were kind of thinking the same thing. But yeah, that particular article that I shared with you guys, she was throwing some body blows. And so it's going to be interesting to see how she and I know a lot of you were commenting, she's not planning on getting any Christmas gifts or anything for the rest of the people at the SEC. And so I think the infighting, I think, these, again, FinCEN, Department of Justice, calling XRP a virtual currency. These things it doesn't look really good for the SEC. I really, really don't. And I think the judge is going to really, really take the fact that United States government agencies are saying quite a different thing than what the SEC is saying. I really, really do. I really, really do. And gosh, I mean, to hear that, when I read that tweet from Stuart Al-Aradi today, in response to John Deaton's lawsuit, or I guess the writ of mandamus, that's, our thing with Ripple was merely allegations. It's up to the court to decide. And it's pretty powerful. And it's powerful if Stuart Al-Aradi is tweeting it, right? It's a powerful thing. It's highly impactful. So it's really just some time to see kind of what's going to happen. But I just don't see how they don't come to a settlement really, really, really quick. Now, I don't know, once Gary gets the nod, if he's going to even be part of that, I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I definitely feel like, they want to kind of get this thing over with. And anyone kind of catch the Gary Gensler's confirmation here, where he's talking about FSOC and being aware of things potentially being systemically important. That's interesting that was brought up at the hearing. It's a very, very interesting point that was brought up at the hearing. And we just got to realize and understand that Ripple's technology is massive in so many different ways. And the fact that they're willing to go and build this quote unquote walled garden, if you will, right? This forked private ledger of the XRPL. Look, what this says as a company is we're nimble enough to pivot depending upon the demands of our customers or future customers. I mean, that's a great place to be that nimble, where you can pivot and adjust when you need to, and that the technology is so awesome that it can do that. Because listen, ultimately, I'm not sure if everyone understands, but ultimately, Ripple, just like us retail consumers, we want XRP to be used because we know in order for it to be to its full capacity, to be used to its full ability, the price has to be high. So we all kind of want the same thing, right? Right? We all want that. And so, the fact that they can pivot and do things with central bank digital currencies is awesome for the company especially, and it's awesome for us especially as XRP hodlers. The thing always is to consider is, how, one thing being private and then another not being so private is very, very interesting. And I think, to publicly say a private ledger, and we can do it, we can build it, we're piloting it, quote unquote piloting it, quote unquote, right? For me, that's already been done. It's already been a done deal. And then the fact that they're doing it for a central bank. What does that mean for privacy coins? What does it mean for that argument for privacy coins? You think about that. Private for them, but not private for us. You think about that, and this is not a small company. Ripple's, is the giant, right? Is the behemoth, and this being public and this, letting it known that this is going to be a deal. Now, private ledgers, if that's a thing, cool. But is that a thing in blockchain? Is that a thing in this decentralized world that we're about to enter into? So my thing is, hey, if you can allow for a private ledger in this crypto world, in this new fourth industrial revolution, why can't you do that for privacy coins, right? Why can't you do it for the privacy coins? And so, you got to think about that. That's a really hugely important thing. So we'll see. Again, I just think the bigger picture is the entire ecosystem, not just XRP hodlers, right? We got to think about the entire ecosystem. And so for me, that choice is important to, be able to use the privacy coin if I want to, right? And I think they can always be parameters around the KYC at a certain level, right? A third party type thing where that KYC and stuff may be done there, but maybe your actual transactions are, quite another thing. So we shall soon see. So guys, listen, Stuart Alderati, a couple of tweets. The Tetragon thing, look, they lost it. Ripple won, Tetragon lost. Like, the judge is like, wait a minute, how could you be filing this suit saying that they sold unregistered security when no one's deemed or determined that XRP is a security, right? So this doesn't make any kind of sense. So I think that it's good that they won that suit, and I think these things will compound. We'll see what the dismissal looks like. Jeremy Hogan says most of them don't win, these dismissals, but boy, I tell you, it would be massive news if they did. But we shall soon see. But it doesn't, again, if they lose the dismissal for individually with Brad and Chris, it has nothing to do with the ultimate summary judgment or ultimate settlement that could be had. So don't think that it's over because they don't get that dismissal for themselves personally. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks for hanging out. Enjoy your Saturday. Never ever forget this, guys. Old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. Right? But that's okay, though, because you and I are already winning. All right, guys, listen, I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.